days. My name is TABITHA. I'm going to do a presentation for the subject code ADS404, Introduction of Public Administrations. Before I will start, I would like to give a brief introductions for my member. First of all, I'll be doing the introductions, which is the define and the concept for these subjects, and then my fellow member, which is her name is NURSAHFIRAH, will be doing the functions of public administration subject that we have chosen to do for our presentation. And then thirdly is NURZAFIRAH, which will be doing the issue that related to our case study or the subject that we have chosen. And then lastly will be my member named Cliff, he will be doing the issue that will be overcome with the subject that we have choose for case study. Our subject that we have chosen, or our case study that we have chosen, is regarding with the agency government link that named Mampu. And what we have found out that, first of all, the definitions of public administrations is, according to Woodrow Wilson's, is a details and a very systematic application of law. That's number one. Number two is that every particular of the law is an administrations. And then thirdly is a field of business, and it's removed from the hurry and the stride of politics. And then it's lastly, it is a dichotomy concept that dealing with the policy makers, which rules are to make sure it's a check and balancing. And the interesting about this public administration is it's an academic field where we can develop and understand, and we can able to improve the professional practice, as well to train an individual for that practice. So since we know that it is a field of academic, it's a field of develop, and then it's got to do with the citizens and professional practice. So what we understand that the link of this public administrations is got to do with, it's not got to do. So once we have understand it's a field of academic field, so it related to with our subject, which is Mampu. And then Mampu is a agency government that helps to do balance and checking. It is created by our Prime Minister, the 6th, which is Dr. Mahathir Mohamad, or now we call it Tun Mahathir, back in the 70s, where he have a vision to have a proper systematic governments in dealing with the society or dealing with the public. So that's why he really emphasized on the public relations, and that's why he have created or wujudkan a organization called Mampu. So it is known as Modernisation and Management Planning Unit, or in Malay called Unit Pemandanan, Tadbiran dan Perancangan Pengurusan Malaysia. So according to the wiki, it is a government, like I said before, it's a government agency that help to help to modernizing and reforming the public sector, because back in the 70s, according some researcher, Tun Mahathir, or back then it's Dr. Mahathir, found out that in order to have a proper organized counter helper, he have created the waiting seating, where he found out in Japan that it get done in a certain amount of time. So that's one of the effect of establish this Mampu. So the concept of this Mampu, according to the website, there are two things: is the implementation of 5S concept by stages. Actually, before that, it's just a rebranding of 5S. So under it is just to help to have better ecosystem in related to a proper organizing in the administration. So is to ensure that the system operation process only and well maintained. So like I say before, it is a way, according to Woodrow Wilson, it is a policy rules that help to check and balance. So it is help in check and balance to a certain organization, certain, for example, like in the University Sabah Malaysia, they have just they've been awarded to certified a EXA in the organization, in the university. So, and same goes with the Royal Malaysia Custom too. Other than that, it is help, like I say, it's help to machinery the administrative in certain country. So the famous under the Mampu before that is EXA. So EXA is a rebranding, like I say, it's a rebranding of 5S. So it's help to practice the public in sector and is aimed to enhancing the cultures of more corporate image excellence organizations and creating ideas and activities, creativity and innovation. One of the very significant what this EXA did is help to be more ecosystem with the system, ecosystem in the administrations. For example, put a labeling on the switch, which switch is for the switch on and which one is for switch off, or which switch is for the fan and for the lamp, and telling people, like in the tables they have this names, labeling names, what the names and the job titles. And in the customer service, where they put a names, names, and then they put a place at labeling where to sit, where the elderly will sit, and then make sure the floor will be smooth. So that's what they call ecosystem. And other than is, since we are going to do Malaysian is going using the Japanese method, where to be more systematic. So that is the concept of Mampu in public administration. So I'll pass my next section to my fellow friends, and that's my presentation. Thank you very much for listening.
Hello, my name is Safira. So let's start with my part, which is functions of Mampu structure. Politics and administration dichotomy are a concept initiated by Woodrow Wilson in 1887. This concept constructs the boundaries of public administration and asserts the normative relationship between elected officials and administrators in a democratic society. The politics administration dichotomy is an important concept in the field of public administration and shows no sign of going away because it deals with the policymaker's role as an administrator and the balancing act that is the relationship between politics and administration. The Malaysian Administrative Modernisation and Management Planning Unit Mampu is one of the public administrations in Malaysia that is responsible for modernization and reforming the public sector. In politics, Mampu helps as the weaver of integrity into digital public service delivery. So, Mampu act as a leading agency in spearheading government digital initiatives. For example, on the 1st of May 2017, Mampu has launched the Government Online Services Gateway, also known as My Government Portal. This portal employs a live event framework that is based on a citizen-centric design. With this in mind, each citizen is able to create their own citizen persona while using this portal to access government online services. My Government Portal itself is an effective tool that fosters trust from the users, where it focuses service by the people for the people. Administration is the process where policy and decision are implemented. In administration, public sector conducive ecosystem (EXA) by Mampu is developed to enhance the existing public sector 5S practice in a rebranding exercise. This move is in line with efforts to strengthen the organizational culture of high performance and innovation among public sector agencies by providing a conducive environment, work culture, and positive values for public servants. In administration also, Mampu spearheading ICT agenda of the public sector is responsible for setting the direction and planning for ICT implementation in the public sector. So, Mampu created Public Sector ICT Strategic Plan for 2016 to 2020 that outlines the strategic direction of ICT implementation in the Malaysian public sector for the next 5 years. One of the example public sector ICT strategies and programs in Public Sector ICT Strategic Plan is integrated digital services which are enhanced government digital services and leapfrog the usage of digital services. In administration, Mampu also have collaboration networks with industries. The public sector strategic collaborative networks aims to establish close collaboration between public, private, academic, and NGO sectors. The Memorandum of Understanding (MOU) is one of Mampu's efforts with industry or academia or NGOs to improve the service delivery system for the well-being of the people. On October 2017, MOU between Mampu and Universiti Kebangsaan Malaysia UKM was conducted. The objectives of this MOU are to engage in strategic collaboration in research and publication, as well as sharing of unlimited use of facilities or equipment, which can contribute to the nation to develop human capital and career development in data analytics, open data, and other ICT areas, and to establish collaboration in sharing and exchange of data, information, knowledge, expertise, and products through various programs involving data analytics, open data, and other ICT areas.
My name is JULIUS and I will be discussing about the challenges faced by Mampu. The first challenge is the current economy and the global pandemic that is happening right now. The global pandemic, COVID-19, is causing the worst economic recession in Malaysian history, leading to less revenue, hence less fund for Mampu. The reason for this is because a lot of Malaysia's revenue comes from tourism and hospitality. But since the pandemic, the government has shut down all international flights, so there isn't any tourists entering Malaysia currently. This also affects the hotels and other hospitality business because there isn't any tourists to stay in their hotels. This has forced them to shut down all their operations and letting off a lot of their employees. The second challenge is global trend. One of the global trend is technological innovation. The problem with this trend is that Malaysia is struggling to compete with other advanced countries like Japan and United States. So, in the effort, the government has shifted its focus in IT modernization in government. For example, SPL8 website and My Sejahtera app and others. But the problem of this approach is that a lot of older people have yet to manage to adapt with the modernization process. Other people also don't want any change to the system because they don't like changes. The cost in government modernization is also a problem since there are a lot of financial problems faced by Malaysians currently. Even though the plan for the modernization project is so that the cost and carbon footprint in Malaysia can be reduced, the beginning progress is always the most expensive since they have to do a lot of research and development as well as hiring a specialist to do the research and the development. The last challenge I will be discussing is the political crisis in Malaysia. This is also a problem for Mampu since they are under government. Changing government may cause the project held by Mampu to be stalled or slowed down. This is because Mampu will have to adapt to a new chain of command from the government. The new government people will have to learn from scratch about Mampu's project and development. Since changing government, they will also need time to adjust to their new environment, hence slowing down their process. That is all my presentation for the challenges faced by Mampu. Thank you.
Last but not least, we go through to my part, which is suggestion to overcome issues in Mampu. There are 3 issues discovered by my friend in Mampu organization, which is firstly, the issues is current economy and global pandemic, which is currently happened in Malaysia and all over the world, which is COVID-19 as we know. Secondly, we have a new government in Malaysia, which is make it as a political crisis. Our political become instability. And the third one is global trend due to the technological innovation. So here is the suggestion I've been discovered, and I want to tell that due to the current economy and global pandemic COVID-19, they can be resolved with SME private package. SME private package is provided to public admin and other private organization. These are provided due to the current situation, which is COVID-19, to provide new breath to help Mampu sell their businesses and retain existing employees. The purpose is to reinforce the business sector, especially the small and medium enterprises. This private package is given to the company that affected during this COVID-19 pandemic, that has been affected the earnings of the company and greatly affect the employees, can apply this package. Secondly, we go through to the political crisis, which is instability in our government Malaysia. The suggestion is civil servants must resolve to help develop Malaysia, which is the resolution 2020 should be to work harder for the sake of Malaysia progress regardless of their political affiliation. Who must involve in this development Malaysia, to help develop Malaysia, is not only the government machinery but also the minister. Okay, thirdly, about the global trend issue, which is due to the top technological innovation. This technological innovation that keep growing, keep going forward, keep updating, which is it's a good things in Malaysia government, but it's also have a bad things. To resolve this, it can be curtailed by controlling the hiring process as cutting the age help make the job easier. By or what action we can do? First, training existing employee can save the budget for organization and can help the government in public administration can be more efficiency in doing works. Secondly, can save training budget. If we save training budget, so there's no extra expenses will be go fairly, you know. Okay. By training the existing staff, staff will more willing to stay longer instead of training a new employees, which is they didn't know that they want to work for this company or not. So it's such a good thing to train the existing staff that can also save budget and willingness to stay, and it really helps the organization. That's all from me. That's all the suggestion. Thank you.